Hey there, this is Steve with Smitty's Flybox, and today we're going to tie the Foxie nymph. This is featured in our intermediate tying box where we send you all the materials to tie about 20 of these things. So let's jump right in. What I have is an Arex hook here with a Round Rocks bead. This is a size 12 hook with a 3.5 slotted tungsten bead. And I'm using 6/0 thread there. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my thread and we're going to tie in some copper wire. This is going to be for the ribbing. So I'm going to take a little strand a few inches long and actually just kind of lay it along the side of the hook there. Just gather that and we're going to tie that down all the way down to the back of the shank there, just before that bends, and that's where we're going to tie in our tail right there. So now we'll take the tail. I've got some pheasant tail, and I'm going to try to get a really long piece, probably about 10 or so of these fibers. Try to line them up so I have a nice even tail best you can. Something like that. Not perfect, but good enough for me. I want the tail to be about half the length of the hook shank. So once I have that measurement, I'm going to switch it to my left hand, and then I can just on an angle hold those fibers against the hook, and that as I bring my thread around, it should roll it up onto the top of the hook there like that. Now I'm not going to snip this. I'm going to hold that back, and let's advance our thread to just behind the bead right there. This is a good spot if you have a little bit of super glue, just to add a little touch there on that underbody, and that'll just kind of help hold this together and kind of glue down that thread. All right, now what we'll do is we'll begin wrapping our pheasant tail, and we're going to wrap that over the top away from us, and carefully work our way up the hook shank. And hopefully we can create a little tapered body there like so. And once I reach that bead there, I'm going to push it right up against the bead. That'll help seat that bead against that jig. Now I can hold it with my right hand, drop my thread over with my left hand about 3 times to tie down that pheasant like that. Now we can snip off this excess right here like that. All right, now we'll take our wire and we're going to counter wrap that in the opposite direction. So I'll make one turn right there at the base of the tail, and then we'll just work our way forward, creating a nice rib, evenly spacing out that wire. And once I reach the bead there, I'm going to tie this down. So capture that with my thread, wrap over it about 3 times right there and in front of it. And now I can carefully take my fingers here tight, add a little thread tension, and just helicopter that off. I've got a little nub there. I'm not worried about that because we're going to build a little squirrel collar here. So what I'm using here is grade A all-American squirrel hair that has been shaved and blended. We're going to use this. It's super buggy. Some of my favorite material to use on nymphs is the squirrel dubbing. And so we're just going to put a little collar on there. And what I'm going to do is get a small amount and just lay it on top like that. And then I can just, with my middle finger and my thumb, add a couple spins there. And that'll coat maybe an inch, not much. The tendency is to get too much dubbing. And I'm going to leave the top part a little loose, and that'll help me with some kind of loose fibers that I like to really make that some feelers and that bugginess to that fly. Okay, just like that. And now I'm going to do is just pull those fibers back and make a couple more turns right there. and start building this little neat thread tag head. All right, let's come back with some super glue. Just dabble a little bit on our thread wraps there, and then as I come around, that'll just kind of help secure that whole thing in. And we'll make a couple of whip finishes in there, like so. And I can snip off this thread right there. Now, one other little tip here is I have this little dubbing brush that I really like. It's a Stonfo dubbing brush. You can use Velcro or whatever. Let's just take a second and just brush out that dubbing, and we'll get some of those spiky feelers out there, like so, almost like a small soft hackle. We're going to pick out some of that dubbing, kind of brush it back slightly. And what we have is just a real buggy pheasant tail is what it is, but with that added benefit of the jig and that weight of that tungsten bead. So I hope you enjoy this box. Again, our intermediate tying box. Check out our subscription box where we do a new pattern every month.